Hello guys and welcome back to Doctor Who Week.
I'm the Doctor. When people need help, I never refuse. What do we do?
Why are you asking her?
Because she's in charge, bro.
Says who?
Says us. Let's get a shift on.
Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
I'm just a traveller.
I was born for this, born for this.
Sometimes I see things need fixing. Do what I can.
I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious.
Been chasing dreams, but I never slept.
Oops.
I feel
Doctor Who starts on Sunday. It's Wednesday the 3rd of October. Well, actually, it's still September for me, but obviously got to film them in advance because I'm busy and I need to get this Doctor Who week done. So today is the day that I'm recording, and today is also the day they dropped the second Doctor Who trailer. Now, I was going to react to it, but I kind of saw it where as soon as I saw it get uploaded, I literally got the notification on Twitter saying here it is, the new trailer, and I was like straight on there watching it, and I just, one thing I will say, I'm blown away by the graphics. I think honestly the trailer really does remind me of that Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer. Plus don't forget the visual effects that have been done this season are the same ones that did Blade Runner 2049, and they have some amazing visual effects in that film. So we have to expect some really good CGI this season with a bit of luck, and that it didn't cost them a fortune, so they've done it all rubbery. But the fact that they've also changed, they've gone for a 2:1 ratio aspect for this series to make it more of a cinematic feel, whereas it's normally done in 16:9. So that's really good that they've gone for the more cinematic option. Just the way, before I get into today's video, just the way that the camera moves throughout the trailer, the way it cranes down as they're walking down the street, the way she looks at her Sonic, it's just amazing. I love the way she comes out of the dust, and at the end, where she sort of blows a kiss at the camera. Now, I don't know if she's supposed to be blowing a kiss at us, and it was just specially filmed for the end of the trailer, or if she's like blowing a kiss to her companions or something. I'm not too sure about that, but other than that, really hyped for Series 11 now, so without further ado, let's get into some theories. Okay, so Doctor Who Series 11 is just around the corner. It starts on Sunday. What theories are there now? Before I go into the actual theories themselves, all I need to tell you is that we now know the titles of Episode 1 and Episode 2. What we do know is that so Episode 1 is called The Woman Who Fell to the Earth. I've already discussed that. We don't get aliens in Sheffield, you know, it's more about how the Doctor, she just felt a mysterious woman falls from the sky. I'm sure you guys have all read the synopsis for it now. And then we also now know Episode 2's title, which is called The Ghost Momentum. Sounds very horrified. Still reeling from their first encounter. Can the Doctor and a new friend stay alive long enough in a hostile alien environment? So it's definitely an alien. To solve the mystery of desolation. And just who are Angstom and Epso, and maybe they're like some ghosts or something, but they're going to turn out to be aliens. A bit like the Sarah Jane episode, where they go to the, I can't remember the name of the manor, but they think it's haunted, and it turns out it's just like ancient alien technology. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, and they've got like the old, like, he's not a prince, but the Duke or whatever he is, and he's looking for his children, but they've been split into different dimensions. Yeah, that it could be like that maybe. So maybe he's not brought any Doctor Who villains back, but it doesn't necessarily mean he hasn't brought any Sarah Jane villains back, or even any Torchwood villains back. So we'll see what we have to do there. And this episode we saw, it's in the new trailer where there's those like black ribbony things, and we also know that it was at the end of the first trailer where she's sort of looking at something. We now know it was like black ribbon monsters, but that could just be some kind of ghost things. And this is the episode that guest stars Sean Dooley, Susan Lynch and Art Malik. And it's directed by Mark Tandary. I mentioned him in day one on Monday. I thought I'd written everything down about... let's get into the theories. Okay, so one of the most popular theories, or that I've heard online anyway, are that the Doctor's not going to mention her gender much. The whole gender change isn't really going to get talked about that much. It's going to be a lot to do with more of like the fact that her new personality's there. Whether that comes down to the fact that she's a woman, how much they mention it, it really depends on how much they mention it. We don't know how much they're going to mention it. Chris Chibnall has said that it's not really going to get mentioned. I'm hoping she's going to be more concerned with the fact that she's not ginger than the fact that she's a woman. That the Doctor's a woman, but at the end of the day it doesn't matter the Doctor's gender because it's still the Doctor. You know, especially in the first episode where she's wearing Capaldi's costume, she's literally in his boots. And I think it'll be very interesting because normally when we see a regeneration, they don't wear the old, like for the whole episode, they don't really wear the past Doctor outfit that well. But I think for her first episode, she's going to be like wearing Capaldi's for most of it. We saw some new footage where she says she's a traveller. I love Jodie, after seeing that second trailer and all the clips that they've been showing her reading out all like angry tweets from fans and things, I really do just love her as a person, to be honest, because she's from West Yorkshire, I'm from West Yorkshire, and she's so Yorkshire. You know, like when she was asked about, in an interview, what her opinion on Bradley Walsh was, and she said, "Is a dickhead." Obviously in a joking manner. She even says that she's shitting herself. Like Matt Smith and David Tennant and Eccleston, they'd have never said, "Oh, I'm shitting myself," for people to see this. They'd have used different words, but she just doesn't care. She's like, "No, I'm shitting it," and I just think I just love how northern she is. But anyway, yeah. So I think we do know Chris Chibnall said that the title sequence. And the new theme tune isn't going to be in the first episode. We're going to have a different opening. That could be a flashback. It could maybe be like a... I'd love it if we open up with this cinematic 2-1 shot of her falling to the ground and we kind of zoom through the clouds with her maybe. And then she bloody... I don't know if anyone's seen the edits, Doctor Who page on Facebook and things. They did an edit and posted it on Instagram of the Captain Marvel and Doctor Who thing. So rather than her crashing onto like a trampoline or something, she goes straight through the roof of the Blockbuster video store from the Captain Marvel trailer. I just think that's really funny. I think it's quite just a new thing to do. Whether Jodie Whittaker keeps the costume for the full episode, I'm not too sure, but I suppose it just depends on the episode. Then next, we know that one theory that I have is that Chibnall is hiding something, and I think this is very big among fans at the moment. He said there's not going to be any new monsters, but he said any new Doctor Who monsters. So again, that doesn't mean he can't bring any Torchwood monsters. Any Sarah Jane mentions monsters because there was a lot in those that we never got to saw in Doctor Who. So who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe I think I think that the end of the series is going to bring back a major character or a major villain. I'd like it to maybe be the Rani, Omega's return, the Valiard maybe, now that we've passed the 12th incarnation, because they said somewhere near 12th or 13th incarnation in the Trial of the Time Lord. So maybe we could see her face off against the Valiard. I think the actor that played the Valiard's dead, but it doesn't mean she can't face another incarnation of the Valiard. Or even just get a different actor to play him like they did with William Hartnell as the first Doctor and got David Bradley to play him. So I definitely think that Chris Chibnall is hiding something big. I think he really is gonna... he's keeping something a secret. I think he might have a secret villain that he's not telling us about, or a character, possibly Captain Jack, just to show up. Because the thing is, John Barrowman is available at the moment because he's not in Arrow anymore. They wrote him out of Arrow and he was taking a break. But if you think about it, when he left Arrow was just about the same time that they were starting to sort of start production on Series 11. So maybe he's going to come back at the end of the series. It'd be nice to see Captain Jack join the TARDIS team. I have a feeling that this is going to be, one of my other theories is that this is going to be Bradley Walsh's only series, just because I think the marketing there and all the conferences and stuff. Now I get that Bradley Walsh is a very popular person. He obviously is busy with game shows and things on ITV like The Chase, but I feel like he's not being promoted as much. Graham O'Brien's kind of in the background. When we see pictures of the TARDIS team, Graham's not in it. It's usually just Jodie, Mandip and Tosin, obviously playing the Doctor, Yasmin and Ryan. And I think the fact that he's not there could mean that maybe towards the end of the series he might leave. We don't know if he's going to stay, we don't know if he's going to leave. I'm hoping he'll stay for maybe Series 12, but like I said, we don't know. We are going into this new series blind. So, my next theory is the Witch episode. Now, he said there's going to be no villains returning, but we have seen witches in Doctor Who before, in the Shakespeare Code. So could these witches maybe be related to the ones from the Shakespeare Code? We do know that Alan Cherning, I think it is, I can't remember his name, is playing King James I in this episode because he accidentally tweeted it and leaked it and didn't realise he was supposed to keep his gob shut. But anyway, the more you know. I'm hoping that, seeing as we're going to be bouncing around in time quite a bit this series, I kind of feel like Chris Chibnall is trying to... he's even said that you can't have a female... he actually quoted this, I don't think I'll get the exact words, but he said it would have been stupid not to have the female Doctor meet sexism from history. So obviously we're supposed to be maybe going back to see Rosa Parks, which not only will that be a sexist episode, it will also be a very racist one, and it could, and because both Mandip and Tosin are dark-skinned, Mandip not so much, but Tosin definitely, it really could be a heartfelt moment for them, and the sexism really would hit the Doctor as well, because now she knows that how Missy and the Master felt. I feel like, obviously, in the Doctor Falls, when we saw John Sim come back as the Master, he said, hello Missy, I'm the Master, and I'm very worried about my future. He was very sexist, and he didn't like the fact he's going to turn into a woman, but I think if the Doctor found out, he'd love it. I really think that the Doctor would love the fact, like if you saw Capaldi's incarnation meet Jodie, they'd love it. the 10th incarnation, Tennant as well. I think it would really work. I think it'd be cool. So I'm hoping that other than that, we might get to meet some other historical women. And obviously we've talked about Rosa Parks, but maybe they could do an episode with Florence Nightingale. Maybe talk about the way that she influenced medicine and the fact that she was a woman and she was doing all this for the soldiers. That'd be really nice. And I also think that maybe there could be a few jokes in the first episode to do with the Doctor now understanding like Amy and little callbacks to the old companions, because obviously he's trying to give it this fresh start, this perfect jumping on point, but there has to be some kind of reference to what fans that have stayed kind of need to see. I feel like there needs to be that sort of reference. Like when she falls from the sky, she could be like something like, well, my first time being a woman, I've never been a woman before, I don't think, or something like that, and then obviously that'll confuse them, but it will just be that little subtle reference that, you know, she used to be Capaldi and etc. And I also think that the Doctor could maybe, I think obviously Yasmin being the only other female on the TARDIS team, her and the Doctor are going to be really connecting, and if you look at the dynamic between Mandip and Jodie, offset and in interviews, they're like best friends, and Tozin's in on it as well, and he gets in on it, but I feel like there's going to be moments between Yasmin and the Doctor in this series that they're going to be like girly private moments, and that Graham and Ryan are just going to be like, what the hell are they talking about, kind of thing, but it'll be funny. And then for girls that have, that are watching it, they might understand it, but again, we then connect with Ryan and Graham as boys and not understand it maybe, but who knows, maybe they won't go down that route. And then obviously they were my theories, but obviously I did want to know if there was going to be any kind of, anyone wanted to suggest any theories for the new series, and some did. The Ultimate Doctor Who page on Facebook, they did put out a post for me, because obviously they're promoting this week of videos. They did put out a post for me asking if anyone had any fan theories. Some of them did get back. I am going to get to them, but before I do, I don't know if you guys will remember, during the summer when I was doing my interview series, I did an interview with a YouTuber called Smallville High Productions, and I asked him if he had any theories, and he gave me 3. He said one of his is that it's going to, he thinks that the first episode is going to feature some scenes in Tesco's, which apparently that was related to some filming photos that he saw, which would be quite funny. It'd show that the show really is British, you know. He also thinks that there is going to be an old villain returning, and he doesn't see why there wouldn't be, and he thinks that Chibnall's saying there's not going to be, to kind of keep it a secret, so that when they do show up, it is a big surprise. And again, that kind of falls into my theory as well, that it could be at the end of the series that we see the Rani return, or even Omega. I would like to see the Doctor and the Rani go up against each other, 2 strong female women going against each other, because missing the Doctor and Rani really could rival each other, in my opinion. And lastly, he said the Christmas special is going to see the Doctor hate Christmas. I can see that happening. I can see her being a bit of a bar humbug about it, a bit like Scrooge, and do a really Christmas Carol story. Maybe she could feel lonely or something at Christmas because her companions are off with their family and she's lonely, she's got no one, she's reminiscing, and then she's like, oh, what the hell, and then ends up going to find them, and she's like, guys, I need your help, something's happened, there's a space travelling monkey or something, I don't know. Anyway, so the Ultimate Doctor Who page on Facebook, they tweeted, I asked them to post a, put up a post basically saying, with 3 weeks, hi guys, with just under 3 weeks to go, what are your guys' theories on Series 11, could you let us know? And a couple of people got back to us. So one of the theories is that Chibnall is hiding something. He's hiding something massive, whichever way you look at it, whether it is a past character or a monster, it's feeling return, but he's definitely keeping something big, a huge secret, but we don't know what it is yet. He also went on to say that Graham will sell the Doctor out to aliens, but will end up dead. So again, this person does actually think that Graham O'Brien, that Graham is going to be killed off this series, which again, I think he could be. I think it's been a long time since we've and we know it's going to be an emotional series as well. So it could be the fact that we could see the death of Graham in maybe even like episode 7 or something. He might not make it to the finale. So I do think Bradley Walsh could leave this series because of the lack of publicity he's been giving the show. I feel like he could maybe be leaving. I feel like the dynamic would work better with the Doctor, Ryan and Yasmin, whereas I feel like Graham would just be kind of the follower granddad. He also said he seems a bit of a weird character. And he also, this person also went on to say that he hopes the theme tune is similar to the Crystal theme on YouTube. Yes, there is a fan-made, I think it's a fan-made theme tune on YouTube. It's called the Crystal theme. Obviously I'm not going to insert it because I ain't got the rights to put it in, but it could be cool like that. I think it is going to be very, I'm hoping, to be honest, I want it to be a bit more like Russell T Davies era theme tune, but a little bit more electronic, like EDM, electronic dance music. And then somebody else also commented on Ultimate Doctor Who News Page's post, saying that one of the companions will die or depart at the end of the season, which again, this could lead right into Graham's exit. So there is a lot of fan theories out there that one of them's going to die. I don't think they're going to kill off Yasmin or Tosin because we're known to have young companions. I think if anyone was going to get killed off, it would be Bradley Walsh because he'd be running too slow and holding them up. Whereas the other three are young. You know, Jodie's 37, I think she is, 36, 37. Mandip's in her early 20s, mid-20s, and I think Tosin's in his early 20s as well. So them three young actors on screen together, they've got such a bouncy dynamic and so much energy and chemistry between them that I feel like Graham's going to be the odd one out and Bradley Walsh is going to be the odd one out. But again, he is a very funny actor. And of course we do know from Jodie, he did make them laugh on set quite a bit. But other than that, I think that's all that for the fan theories and my theories for Series 11 of Doctor Who. Tomorrow we have got some new, what are we doing tomorrow? We are going to be looking at the marketing for Series 11. So we'll be looking at the trailers, we'll be looking at posters, we'll be looking at the Amazon Prime clip that they put out to advertise they were airing it on there. We'll be looking at all the posters, maybe not in detail, but we're talking about them because they did release a new one the other day. We'll be talking about why there's so many orange crystals in it, why are they there, is it something to do with the Sonic, who knows, what's all the bubbly stuff, is it leaking TARDIS energy? But we'll talk about all that tomorrow. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and so that you don't miss tomorrow's video or any videos for the rest of the week, hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of this week's videos or any of my future videos. I'll see you next time guys, goodbye for now guys, goodbye.